we knew UIC would be a really good team coming in. I mean, not only were they 5-1, but played Purdue pretty tough, beat a good Central Michigan team. And Terry Bender had been out, and we just, I guess, expected her not to be back. So with her being their second best player last year coming back, we knew that'd make things tough, and they got off to a really good start. And I was proud of the way our girls kind of fought back. And when you shoot a lot of threes, that can happen. I mean, you're looking up and you're down 11-2 or whatever, but you're only 2 3-pointers away from being right back in the game. And we kind of had to go zone. I mean, they're such a tough matchup for us. They're such an athletic team, not like a lot of the teams that I think will play in our league. Not that it's not an athletic league, but just a little different style play. Ravonna Campbell's a mid-major All-American if they had that. I mean, she's just such a good athlete and finishes well around the basket, and you just can't keep her off the boards. We knew rebounding would be a challenge, and then when you have to go zone, it makes it even tougher. So we've just got to figure out some sort of creative way to be a good rebounding team, and I'm not sure what that is, but I'm going to watch that film and figure it out. But the main thing about it, I told the girls in the locker room, what's tough about sports is a game like this, it's an 8-point game, but it's a possession game. It's 1 or 2 possessions either way. They hit 2 or 3 big threes, and I think I heard Taylor say it. I mean, I don't know if you call it unlucky, but we had 2 go absolutely in and out like I've never seen. If one of those is flipped, theirs go in and out and ours go in, or a call here, a call there, one different layup goes in, then we're just ecstatic about the way we played and how smart we're for going zone, how we grind out just enough rebounds, and we've got a list of 10 positives. So that's what's hard about this sport and why it's such a good learning experience for a college student.
Is rebounding going to be, I mean, when you talk about looking at film, is it just be a position at this point and just making sure that they're in the right place? Because, I mean,
it's got to be. I mean, I don't know if there's an easy answer. I mean, I think that's a hard thing is, there's the obvious, the box out, the things we're trying to work on, the be balanced, get up in the air, try to get the ball in front of you. But, truth of the matter is, I mean, we weren't really prepared to lose Ashley, so we weren't thinking a lot with rebounding from the recruiting. And I think we have some kids that can rebound, but it's hard to consistently, when you're a Mallory Boyle and you're 5'10" and, skinnier than me and you're one of our main rebounders, that's tough because if another girl's a pretty good athlete, you're going to have a hard time. So I almost feel like maybe we need to find some sort of creative way to get rebounds. I just don't know what that is yet, but I've got a little bit of a break here where I can watch a lot of film and try to figure it out. I mean, maybe we really try to push people, to box under instead of out because we just physically aren't strong enough to box out, and let our guards come in and try to get the ball and get the ball to go over their heads or, something like that. But if you have any answers, let me know.
Taylor getting her first start tonight, just a case of something that she's just really worked and you can't keep – I know you mentioned you got to leave her on the floor at the end of games, and now you feel like you got to have her out there to start as well.
Yeah, just body of work. I mean, we pick teams a lot as a coaching staff, or we'll let our managers pick teams or whatever for practice, and, she's almost always one of our top 2 or 3 picks. So it's hard to not start her because I think she probably deserves a start. And I'd like to shake that up. She's a pretty good rebounder, so we thought maybe starting with a little better rebounding lineup might help. But I think she's going to start a lot of games, not necessarily every game. So I was happy with her. The worry was you start this freshman, now she's going to have a horrible game. And I was happy that she came out, and she's pretty mentally mature, so I think she could handle it.
Is some of the rebounding, though, too, because you really didn't shoot the ball well, especially in the second half, that kind of magnify the problem?
Absolutely. And, one thing, like I told our girls, we have been creating a ton of turnovers, but, trying to get back in that zone and kind of protect, we didn't turn them over as much as we would have liked to because every turnover gets one less defensive rebound we have to get. And so if that turnover number is not, 18, 19, 20, I think that makes it a little tougher too. But, I would have liked to – I thought at the beginning of the game we got a lot of offensive boards, but that kind of quit as well too in the second half. We shoot a lot of long shots. We should be able to get some long rebounds, but, I felt like a lot of times we didn't have anyone rebounding or we had one person there rebounding.
Over the break, you guys, with them having finals, you just kind of let them just do their school thing and then see you Thursday, or how do you kind of play these next few days?
Yeah, I mean, they'll definitely have tomorrow and Monday off, and then we'll kind of ease them back into it. We probably won't do much, if anything, Tuesday. And then Wednesday we'll either have open gym. I like to have open gym in that situation, just a chance to get out and kind of play basketball and relieve some stress of finals because, you surely can find an hour and a half in there where you're not studying. Maybe get in the weight room once or twice and get some shots up on your own in the gym. But then we'll really get going hard, Thursday in preparation for K-State.
You guys have made not only just a lot of road trips, but a lot of long road trips. Is that something that can wear on a team? You kind of really need them, maybe need a week to just kind of just relax and not have to hit the road or have to worry about getting on an early bus trip.
Yeah, I mean, I've wondered that. I don't know. I'd like to, see some sort of study or, look at it really objectively. But we definitely, that trip to North Dakota was a tough trip and just something in scheduling we had to do. But to go up there and play one game on a 3-day travel, at the mid-major level, I mean, we're busing to Peoria, flying with 2 stops, flying back to Bloomington, driving back. I mean, we're just all over the place. So I don't know if that affects us much. It definitely seemed to the next day in practice. I mean, our off day was a 12-hour travel day, and then you're coming back and expecting them to practice that next day. But at the same time, we've got to kind of find a way to get them going. But again, tonight we did. We hit one of those key threes, and we're probably having a whole different discussion.
I know it's 3 weeks, so it still seems like a long way away, but are you satisfied with where this team is as far as getting ready to start conference play?
No. I mean, I think I'm satisfied with the trajectory we're on, even though we've lost a couple games in a row here. I mean, I actually think offensively we're starting to space and attack the basket a little bit. I mean, compare this game. I don't think you guys were at the game at Illinois-Chicago, but every basket we got was just so hard. It was so hard to get a basket. And tonight I thought we got some easy baskets. We attacked, got some open layups because we have that space. We got some good kick-out threes, even ones we didn't hit. So I like that offensively. We just got to figure out a way to rebound. I mean, it's sad, but that's going to be our number one thing. And if you look at the games we've won, we've rebounded fairly well for the most part.
What were they able to do to make them so successful tonight at both ends of the floor against you guys?
I think it was a lot their offensive rebounds that they got over us. They had a few athletic girls in there that could really jump in, get the rebounds, and I think if we could have done a little bit better job of actually backing them out to get those defensive rebounds for us, that we could have gotten a couple less baskets for them.
You guys played a lot of zone tonight. Is that part of the reason why? Because you were worried about their athleticism, that it's harder to find someone in a zone?
We didn't really see that they were a scoring threat from outside the arc. We thought that a lot of their points were going to come from inside the paint. And also we wanted to give as much advantage to us as we could and try to be there for the rebound. And they had a couple of 6-foot girls, and so the zone was supposed to help.
What were they able to do, especially that last 2 minutes of the game? Because I think it was you guys were up 1 or 2, and then they just really kind of closed the door and went on a big run. You guys weren't able to really get anything going on offense.
Yeah, I think we were unlucky tonight with a couple of our shots. I mean, a lot of them were just in and out. We were right there, and them getting those rebounds and then us having to foul and then them hitting their free throws kind of made the gap larger. So I think it really just came down to us being unlucky.
Can you learn something from that about the last couple of minutes? Can you take something away from that?
No, totally. I mean, every loss, my high school coach used to say we lose in order to learn how to get better.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that sometimes in losses it shows your weaknesses. And I mean, we know that we're a pretty small team, and that I guess rebounding is always going to be tough no matter who we are playing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're just going to have to learn how to maneuver ourselves and be a scrappier team.
You guys have a few games on the road before you're home again in 3 weeks. What are some of the things you guys want to get done on this most recent road trip coming up?
We definitely want to get a win. Getting 2 big wins going into conference would be really great for us. We're going to have to work on our rebounding, obviously. Our shots will fall. Every once in a while we hit a little rough patch, but as long as we keep our heads up and keep shooting, our shots are going to fall.
You guys haven't been on the road a ton, but when you have been on the road, it's been really, really long trips. Does that affect you guys, whether it's there or coming back home after being on the bus or on a plane and doing so much traveling?
I think at first it does. I mean, the travel days are pretty long, but I mean, whenever we do like a practice up at like North Dakota or whenever we had like our shoot around, I mean, we got to get the rust off and kind of get moving again. I don't think that that's a big concern though. I think we just need to get into it and know what we got to do.